Dave with Moniology here. Hope everyone is having a great day. Today is January 8th, 2020, and this is the Precious Metals Sector Review Public Edition. We're going to go through various ETFs daily, weekly, and perhaps even monthly to take a look at what's taking place in the PM sector and identify perhaps the next couple of weeks and months ahead from based on what the charts are showing. After this video, we're going to go through about 20 names for premium subscribers of some of the top names that we've been covering in the sector and kind of take a look at what their charts are showing and see what might be prudent to do, buy, hold, or sell or otherwise. Anyway, so let's take a look. GDXJ, Junior Miners Daily, and you see here 43 is resistance right now. If you go on FinViz, you'll see gold is trading at 1592, given some of the Middle Eastern tensions. The reality is this. We've had a lot of tensions over the last, I would say, 10 years, 20 years, and yet gold hasn't reacted for most of them. And yet now that gold is in a very bullish technical pattern, all of a sudden it's reacting to everything. Bottom line is, I think that, yes, there's a short-term market reaction to a lot of these things, but at the end of the day, it's the trend, and that's really what's moving these markets. It's not the news, and don't let anybody make you think otherwise. So GDXJ right now up 1.67% on the day. Looks to be ready to break out again, just consolidating under that 69 zone. If gold opens up positive tomorrow, this area will break to the upside, and you're going to see another 3 to 4% gain very, very soon. I don't see a lot of folks who are starting to write about, well, perhaps it's hit its highs, and after this particular candle here, it's ready to consolidate. And I wanted to hold off. I was thinking of doing a video on Monday, but I wanted to hold off because I want to see, give it a couple more days to see how things would play out. And sure enough, right now it looks to me like this is just a consolidation, and an upside breakout is increasingly likely. Here are the gold majors, same sort of thing, consolidating around the 30 area, 29 as the bottom. I think the next move is 31, and then we'll have to see how that plays out. Gold on the daily, I mean, this is as bullish as a reading as you'll get. And now you've got a very, very well-defined risk reward at 147. I think eventually it does pull back, and there are some gaps here that I think will fill. But do they go like this, or does it go like this and then something like that? So we'll have to see. Ultimately, the 50-day moving average is moving up and will be continually serving as support from the downside. Palladium has done incredibly well, breaking out to new highs. And as we've covered along the way, with rare exception, this chart has been incredibly one of the most bullish charts I've ever seen. Platinum consolidating here again, looks ready for a breakout above that 93.45 to the upside on the ETF. So platinum looks good right now. Silver Juniors daily. So we've consolidated here, kind of a bullish flag, but I think tomorrow will likely break out to the upside and make a run towards breaking those 1275 previous week highs. Silver majors. So far today was a nice bounce off the lows of 32. So a very nice retest. Let's see what tomorrow holds. Do we have consolidate confirmation and follow through and breakout, or do we have a breakdown? My hunch is it's going to go to the upside before any longer term pullback. Silver daily also breaking above that 69 area, breaking to new highs, and I think silver is heading towards that 18.4 on the SLV. That's not an exact price on silver in terms of correlation. I think this is when it hit 1835, that was close to 20, and so I think that's where we're headed before any real resistance is met on silver. Gold juniors. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the longer term, the weekly chart, and you see we're at this double top here around 43, and it needs to break out and do so soon, and otherwise you might have negative divergence. I think that given what I'm seeing with PPO having just crossed over, I think that this negative divergence will eventually resolve by breaking to the upside and momentum bucking this trend and breaking higher. So 49 is my longer term target, and that's what I've held for a while, and I think that's what we're going to be hitting sooner rather than later. Gold majors, same sort of thing, except it's much closer to its highs from well, actually, and it's not even it hasn't even approached the highs from a couple of weeks ago. Actually, a couple months ago. So the gold juniors have been outperforming the majors. Very positive sign. And but granted, this particular high was already hit the highs of back in 2016, whereas the juniors were not yet there. So no surprise that we're gonna play some catch up to the juniors. But if this breaks 31, I think that this is going to multi-year highs once again. PPO having just broken above zero, I think that that's a very bullish sign for precious metals. All right, GLD weekly again breaking out above the 69 level. If that can hold, that's gonna result in much higher prices on the GLD. PPO having just broken above zero, I think that even if we pause for a day or two, I think gold's going much higher in the near term and is definitely in the long term. Palladium again kind of goes without saying. Chart speaks louder than words. Above 69 once again, breaking to all-time highs once again. Platinum weekly, we're above that 61 level. So if this is just a pullback back test here and we break higher, then platinum might be ready to take off. For me, I'm really looking at that 98 level as a really a neckline for a move towards 114. Silver Juniors weekly. So far we broke out at 1150. That's a great risk reward. You've got the 13-week EMA around 11 something, serving as resistance. Rather support, and you've got this bullish flag setting up. So I think silver juniors are headed towards 1950. It's a nice 30-40% gain. I'll take it any day of the week. Silver majors also back testing that 31 level, 32 level, and I think eventually those are moving towards 51. So a lot of upside here in the majors. Here's the SLV weekly, and I think eventually we're going to 1950 on the SLV. A lot of upside ahead. You see that downtrend in RSI has already been broken to the upside, and PPO is just starting to break above zero. Couple of ratio charts. Junior miners are outperforming the metal. That's what you want to see after a slight pullback. It seems like they're ready to go higher. Juniors against majors. They've just been in an uptrend again since all the way in August. That's a very positive sign. It's hard to tell, but this looks to me like a rounded bottom and a neckline that's waiting to be broken to the upside. Here are the silver juniors daily against the metal. Nice bounce off the 50 daily moving average on the ratio. And if this recovers to the upside, that's going to be a very positive sign and suggesting to me that this little short-term pullback has ended. And silver juniors against the majors, again, pulled back some after a really nice move. You see this is a rounded bottom, kind of a neckline here, and perhaps this is a cup and handle. Let's see what happens, and perhaps we move higher sooner rather than later. So I believe that's it for the public review. Yes, it is. Stay tuned. We're going to be taking a look at, like I said, close to 20 names of a list of well over 250 names in the sector all around the world. And I think you're going to find some really good, valuable tidbits for you, both in terms of trading and investing long term. Thanks for watching, and please consider Moniology Premium. And for $37 a month, you get access to all our premium videos and public videos on a monthly basis. And then if $37 a month is a little bit too much for you, then on patreon.com, we are offering sector-specific videos for $10 a month. So thanks for your support. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great evening. Take care.